Yeah. So today we have Jennifer Naugler from Simple Local Life. Welcome, Jennifer, and thank you very much for coming to see us today. So, by all means.
Thank you, and thank you guys for having me. As I've been introduced, I'm Jennifer Naugler, and I'm the owner of Simple Local Life Media. We were founded in 2015, and we've been working ever since with local businesses, kind of celebrating life here on the South Shore. And we do that in various ways, through content creation on our blog and our website, through social media campaigns, and through a fair bit of Facebook Lives, which you may have seen scroll across your Facebook feed now and again. Believe me, I'm sick of myself. So through the course of Simple Local Life growing and working with local businesses, it became really clear to us early on that a lot of businesses were really needing support with their social media. It's kind of become a big part of what's become a part of, for most of us, our daily lives. But for businesses or organizations, it can really mean a lot more than that. And I saw there was just a tremendous need here locally, and through the business sponsors that we work with, and we have quite a few that a lot of you here would know, like Gas Home Hardware, Bridgewater PharmaSave. I didn't want to get into listing in case I forgot, but we've worked with the Lehigh River Credit Union, Earth Angels Home Care. We've worked with some national brands like President's Choice, and also done some work with the Clean Foundation, and with lots of others on various things that we do with our local gift guide and some other things. But through working with some of our regular sponsors, the need for kind of support and education when it came to social media just became really clear, and it became part of sort of what we were offering or what we were doing with a lot of our partners. And as that grew and more people were sort of coming to us and asking for that support, I decided it really needed to become its own thing. So before the holidays, we sort of soft launched Simple Local Social, which is a branch of Simple Local Life Media, and yeah, we're really excited to get that going. So we're still working on our website, but our social channels are up, which only makes sense. So your social media presence is really a pivotal extension of your brand or your business. So many people really are they're getting an impression from your business or your brand based solely on what they see on your social channels. For a lot of younger people, it's really the first, or for a lot of people, and I don't consider myself that young anymore, but when I'm looking up a business, I generally am going to Facebook or Instagram first to look them up, rather than looking up a website. I'm just going to Facebook usually first and seeing if I'm looking for their hours or looking for a contact person. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to this, and I know a lot of people think, well, it's there, it's free, I can just post whatever and just keep my fingers crossed that this reaches people, but with organic reach becoming more difficult on social channels, it's becoming even more important to pay attention to what you're posting, when you're posting, and kind of thinking about who you're targeting and who your customer or client is. That is a big part of it as well. And for millennials, obviously, social media really drives many of their decisions, from what they eat to where they buy a car to what they're wearing to any purchases they make. What they see on social is driving a lot of those decisions, and if they're not your customers right now or your clients, these are your future customers and clients. So you don't want to overlook that. I think we can all see that social media is only growing. The demands on it for your company or your business are certainly growing, and it's here to stay, like it or not. And as I mentioned already, social really goes beyond just posting content. Having a strategy can really help you determine what you're posting and when you're posting. You want to make sure you're engaging with your clients and customers. It's not just about posting the weather and, everyone can look out the window and see, although sometimes I think most people see it on their phone first before they do look out the window. But it helps you figure out what they are responding to as well. It's a good thing to see what people are responding to when you post, and then make sure that you're kind of using that to guide your strategy as you move forward. So some of the services that Simple Local Social offers, the first one, and I think one that's pretty crucial and a great starting point, is a social media audit. It's really looking at your pages or platforms and seeing what you have done and where there might be room for some improvement or growth. It's really just taking a look at what you've done, what's existing there, what's been working, and where there might be some room for growth. And this allows you to determine kind of where you want to think about your current efforts, and it helps you think clearly about the best way to move forward. So a social media audit can be really powerful. It doesn't have to be, there's various levels of audits, but a simple audit we can do that and sit down with you in about 30 minutes and just kind of show you some highlights of things that you might want to consider as you move forward. After an audit, kind of the next natural step is like a strategy session. Without understanding what your goals are or who your target audience is and what they want, it will really be hard to achieve the results you're looking for on social media. So a strategy is where you should be headed next, and a plan will help you get there, and we can help you with that as well. Training. A lot of people really don't want to give up the controls of their social media channels, and honestly, most people shouldn't give that up. I think for a lot of businesses, you do want to be in control of your social media. You're the one that's there every day. You're seeing what's happening. You know what's happening. But social media changes so much. It really is. It's a lot to keep up with. And I see a lot of businesses who, have passed their social media channels over to someone who's been working in the back office for 30 years who doesn't even like Facebook or even use it, and now they're in charge of all the posting. Or they're looking for the youngest person on their staff who has a smartphone in their back pocket and thinking, okay, you're going to do our social media. Sometimes that might work, but often I don't think you want to leave that up to chance. So training, we're certainly available to come in, and that's been a lot of the work that we've done with some of our partners, is really just sitting down with the person who is in charge of your social media channels and just even giving them a 3-month or every month or 3 months, I find is a good kind of range of time, giving them an update on any changes and kind of answering any questions they might have and see how they're doing. Content calendars. So today is February 1st. I heard someone mention Groundhog Day. You wake up and you start thinking, okay, it's Friday. What am I posting today? If that's kind of the approach that you're taking with your social, coming up with a content calendar might be something that you might find really beneficial. Like I said, even though social media, a lot of people look at it as being free, you want to make sure you're using it to reach your people and kind of achieve the goals that you're looking for, whether it's more sales in your business, whether it's more people to sign up for your organization, whether it's people to know about an event that you're hosting. So coming up with a content calendar, even at the beginning of the month, looking at the month ahead and what you could post. If it's Friday and you're going, well, I could post a cat video. I guess people like cat videos, don't they? I don't know. Not everyone likes cats, but if that's kind of the approach you're using, sitting down, and we're happy to sit down and help you come up with a content calendar that would guide you for the month or 6 months or even the whole year, with giving you ideas and just sort of a plan of what you're posting and when, and that will also ensure that you have a consistent posting schedule. A lot of business pages, if someone's looking you up and they haven't posted since November, people then are wondering, is this really the best way to get a hold of this person? And just as a side note, I just want to add that if you're a business or an organization and you have social media accounts, I would just strongly encourage you to make sure that someone is responsible to replying to inquiries from those accounts. Because as a consumer or just a citizen, it's very challenging to reach out to someone on a social channel with a question and getting no response. I'm not going to name anyone out, but no one in this room, but and then of course there's social media management, and that kind of is something that we offer if it's something that you're looking for. If it just all seems like too much and you want to get this off your plate, we do offer social media management. And whether that's creating content or engaging with those people, like I said, who are notifying your pages, if you have a page that has a lot of followers, if you're a business that sells a product and you have a lot of followers, you can get a fair number of inquiries through your Facebook page alone or your Instagram through your direct messages. It can take a lot of time, and you want to make sure someone is on that. So we can take that off your plate and allow you to continue working where your zone of genius is. Everyone know where that is? Still looking for it? Photography is another thing that we offer as a service. So much of our social media platforms are really visual. Instagram alone is really primarily a visual platform. Again, when you look at social media, a beautiful photo, or even just and you can take good photos with these now, and most people have these, but it does take time and a little bit of skill to know what you're doing, but making sure that you have good quality photography. If that's something you feel like you're lacking, we can help you with that, doing it a bit more candidly with iPhones or cameras, or we can bring in a professional photographer and they could do a shoot for you and then give you that content to share on your platforms. And then social media for events, I just wanted to mention this one quickly. If you've ever run an event or put on an event, you know once it starts, you have very little time to post on your social channels if you're in charge of that event. You mean to, but then the time gets away from you. So we can provide coverage on all your channels to create awareness and share in the success with your followers. So I just want to finish by reminding everyone that social media is not going away. The demands and expectations really are only growing, and there is an expectation now for people to have social media channels. You don't have to have them all, but certainly have one once you figure out where your customers are. And it's a powerful tool, it really is, if used properly. So Simple Local Social can help you identify your voice on social, get your message out, and reach the people that you are trying to reach. So we can help you navigate your online space. Thank you.